Okay, and it's just this button right here. All right, all right. Oh my goodness. Carla, is that you?
What the hell was that?
Carla, it's
What the
me.
hell was
Carla,
that?
Carla, I'm right over here.
Well, who are you?
I'm
Oh
Ben.
God. Oh God. Oh
Carla, it's so
God.
good to see you. How are you going?
Yeah, you too. Listen, when I'm sleeping, that tends to be sleep time.
Mm.
Nah, listen, I know who you are. I don't know how you got here. I don't know how I got here, but all I'm gonna say right now, Ben, is I'm a little pissed off. But hey, it's good to see you too, bud. How are you doing? How are you doing? What are you up
I'm
to?
doing well, Carla. I've rented out the little podcasting space at my work. Um,
Oh,
and
that's nice.
because I didn't know you were going to be here. Quinn asked me to fill in because him and Becca are out of the studio this week because they're
Yeah.
preparing for their 1 year anniversary special.
Well, now that you say that, I do kind of remember Becca telling me something like like show up, see what happens, like show up kind of thing. And it's my night off, so I figured why not. So that's why maybe I'm here, maybe.
But it does appear, Carla, that you're still in the gym.
Well, I'm always yeah, my shifts never technically ends due to
Oh,
the blood oath,
uh,
but so they make me stay overnight. I don't know if you knew that, but
all right.
so
Got it.
when
Got it.
your
Got
gym
it.
teachers say go home, it's really more of like a we're jealous type of thing. It's not like it's a command or anything like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you in
Yeah.
New York or something? That's really nice. I
Yeah.
come
Living.
from there.
Oh,
I come from
really?
there.
Where do you
Yeah, I
live
come from
now?
there. Well, I can't say. Just know it's out. It's not in New York. Not in New York. Not
Not New
anymore.
York.
Okay? I miss it. I'm glad for you. I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm living in Manhattan permanently now.
Oh my
Um,
God.
yeah, I'm working for Sony Music, which is their New York offices. So yeah, I'm living here now,
Oh
permanently. I
wow.
was just studying abroad here the last time we talked, but yeah, so
That's
I'm
nice. You got
something
a
of a
visa. You got a visa. That's really
yes,
exciting.
yes, a
Wow,
work
wow.
visa, yeah. I'm a little bit of a
Okay.
native New Yorker, as Wendy Williams would say.
Who's that?
You don't know who Wendy Williams is?
Is she your friend? I haven't met her. Is she your friend?
Have you ever heard of a parasocial relationship?
Well, no. Well, no.
Do you know what television is, Carla?
Listen, and this is something I've been meaning to bring up in a while now with my students. What is the difference between what they call television, right, from when I was growing up, and
Mm-hmm.
what is the difference between that and a TikTok? To me, beginning with T's is going to be about the same thing. You're looking at a screen, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what, Wendy from the internet? She your girlfriend? Is she your girlfriend? Is she your wife?
Well, Carla, the rub with that is I'm not somebody who would necessarily take a wife, if you know what I mean. Not too keen on
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's pretty hilarious. Oh my God. There I go again. That's pretty hilarious. That is pretty hilarious. I couldn't do that to people. I start assuming things, and then what do I know? I'm freaking wrong. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Well, blessings to you and Mr. Williams.
Well,
Right. Right.
Wendy isn't my significant other. Well,
Oh.
she used to be a talk show host.
Oh, and then she died. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, so that's just too bad, isn't it? Okay.
Well, yeah. Rest in peace, Wendy. Yeah.
Yes, it's just too bad. And I just learned about it. Well, okay.
Oh,
All
well,
right.
Carla, if you don't know what TikTok is, do you know what a podcast is?
Well, not particularly.
Okay.
I know more so what a pod is. Because my freaking kids were in one all day yesterday trying to play soccer. We do pod soccer. So you linked arms with three other kids, and then you each try and kick the
Oh.
ball to one another. So that's what I'm kind of
Hmm.
talking about there. There's no chaos in that particular
All
circumstance.
right.
So
Until the
yeah.
kids hurt themselves, right?
Well, that's never happened on my watch, so don't even say that ever. Okay.
Wow, really?
Yeah, yeah.
And this is your what year of teaching?
45th. Thank you.
Oh wow, oh wow.
Yes, it's true.
You
Um,
Americans with your work ethic, it's really something.
I told you it's that blood oath. Can't beat them, can't join them. Yeah, it's true. But I had all of last year off actually because I did have a work related injury, but I'm back, so I don't count last year. That would have been my 45th, but this year starting new.
Well, that sounds like a great place to get into our little catch up, but we do have to kind of get started on the show first.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we do like a little intro like Quinn and Becca usually do?
Sure. What do they say? You know, what
They
do they
go
say?
like,
Good morning, Vietnam.
I think it is something like that. I don't listen to the show that
Yeah,
often.
I've never listened personally, so I'm just kind of,
Yeah,
floating off what they would say probably. Um,
yeah. I mean,
Either
I,
way.
I mean, I met Quinn and Becca that one time we were on that class together that you and I came and spoke at. It's like
Yeah, of course, of
just
course, of course.
lecturers, I guess you could
How could I
say.
forget?
But,
How could I forget?
I've stayed in contact and stuff, but
Sure. I haven't particularly, but I'm happy to hear that actually from you.
but
I'm
Becca still
busy all
knew
year.
where to find you.
Yeah, she's got my number. She's got my number. All right.
All right, well, manic
Pixie
jump scare. Hosted by Quinn Murphy.
and Becca Hobart.
Good morning,
What?
Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay. Good
guess.
morning. Okay.
But Carla, I guess we can get started. So Quinn and Becca will usually do like a catch up, and not like when
Okay.
you catch the ball in your gym classes, but like when two friends get together.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thank you for breaking it down in a way I understand. That's pretty good.
I I
Okay.
feel like we're learning each other's ebbs and flows already.
No, I'm starting to get you, little bin.
So,
Yeah.
so I've heard you say it now twice that my name's Ben, as in like BIN, like where you throw your trash, like in the bin.
I'm sorry. Is that not your name?
No, it's Ben, as in Benjamin.
Oh, like Franklin. Oh my God. Look at
Yeah.
me. There I go
hmm
again. I keep doing that. I keep saying the wrong name to people. But listen, you have to understand you have a very thick accent. I can't exactly understand you.
Mm.
And most of the people I encounter sound like me. So how am I supposed to know when you sound like you?
I understand that, Carla.
Yeah.
You to me, and this might be interesting to you. You also have a pretty thick accent to me.
Well, I don't believe that for a second, but thank you very much.
All right, all right.
So okay.
So we'll do a little catch up. So Carla,
hmm
last I spoke to you, you were dealing with your uncle in a basement of sorts.
Oh, gotcha. At first, I was gonna be like, which uncle, right? But that clears it right up in the basement. Okay, continue
Mm-hmm.
your question, please.
Did you get your uncle out of the basement? Did you? I
Oh, no,
didn't.
no, no.
I was
Yeah, of
looking at
course not.
Twitter while you were kind of explaining the whole situation, but
Okay, don't know what that is. Gonna assume you were
we'll
twiddling
circle
your
back. We'll
feet.
circle
All
back.
right, all right. Yeah, so I guess I will kind of catch you up here in that my family and particularly my uncle at the time was trapped in the basement where my entire family is kept. And now
Mm-hmm.
listen here. The Linguinis, we're not like your normal family, right? We're kind of how would I put this? We are immortal. So it gets
Oh.
very annoying because I have a lot of extended Italian, so a lot of extended family, and they're all
Mm-hmm.
in the basement. They kind of clock out at around 100 years old, and then they just kind of vegetate from there on out. And my uncle, unfortunately, he was a bit younger and got trapped in the basement trying to take care of one of my grandmas. It has
Mm-hmm.
happened before, and it will happen again. Um,
Oh.
but so he is near towards the top of the basement now
Mm-hmm.
from my understanding. Not let out of the basement. Again, there are several blood oaths going on at one time.
Ah,
So
yeah.
certain rules that we can't permeate. We can't permeate certain shields of the basement for everyone's safety, really. The world, all of
Mm-hmm.
New York, I know that much. So yeah, I appreciate you lending an ear to that, I suppose,
Mm-hmm.
to that family problem.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
it's been Listen, I've been to the basement before. It's quite mostly what is of note is other than the thousands of linguinis there, right, that are immortal beings. Once you kind of
Mm-hmm.
get over that, the smell is really bothersome. It's true. It
Oh,
is. It
wow.
really is because you don't really need that much food when you are thousands of years old. You mostly just need really what helps is garlic, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know. So it's just too bad, but they really permeate some stench down there. But uncle's on his
Ooh.
way out, I suppose. Yes.
Of the basement or of this plane? Well, he's
Yeah.
immortal, so.
Right. The basement mostly, because he's still got some years, I suppose, above ground. Before the
Mm-hmm.
basement locks him in internally, and
Mm-hmm.
he can never escape ever. So we're just kind of
Oh.
waiting for that day. But it's a touch and go situation. I'm gonna have to keep you up. Would you like constant updates?
From the basement, do you think there will be updates as we record this episode or?
No, I was just wondering more so if you were interested in being constantly updated from me and my staff, like more so like what 10 to 12 times a day updated. Are you interested in that?
Yeah, I think I could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. I just had to check.
When you say your staff, you have a staff?
I have 3 of my best students always working for me.
Oh, oh.
I cannot tell you what they get in return for their work, but I will let you know some spots in the basement are opening up. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
just saying. Just
If you had the
saying.
chance to change your fate, would ya?
Now, why'd you get all weird like that right then?
I was doing an impression.
Of who?
Have you ever seen the movie Brave?
No.
It's a Disney
But
Pixar film.
okay. You're losing me. You're losing me.
Carla, don't you work in an elementary school?
I work in a middle school.
Well, it's also a middle school type movie, I would say. Secondary schools, we would call it in Australia. But
All right.
so Merida, who's the princess in Brave, she is Scottish.
What the hell is even that?
You're not aware of Scotland?
I don't really appreciate your condescension. That's
I'm
where
not.
I'm at. That's where I'm personally at.
I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm just a little caught off guard.
Because some
But
people got a lot of big family to take care of. They can't travel the world all the time,
yeah.
moving in different countries, living in New York, and then I'm freaking from there. Okay.
So
Okay.
you're not living in New York now, is what you're confirming.
When there are questions dealing with blood oaths, you cannot ask them more than once.
Okay. Okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. Okay.
All
So,
right.
do you know about Europe? That's where Italy is,
Okay,
where your
yes.
family's from.
There now you're talking my language. This
Mm-hmm.
is where I'm at. This
Okay.
is where
Okay.
I'm at. All right.
So, if you go north of Italy and then you go to the west,
Is that the left
eventually
or right?
it's so when you go into the social studies teachers classrooms, do you ever do that at your school?
Yeah.
and they have the big map of the world.
Okay.
So if you went it from Italy, it would be up and to the left,
Sure.
and then you would
Okay.
eventually hit Scotland.
All right. All right. All right.
It's also in Europe.
That is truly fascinating.
It's
Is
also
that where Australia is as well?
no. See, Australia is like so. Do you know where California is?
Hey, roughly. Okay.
Okay,
Roughly.
so it's basically California, and then there's a big ocean, the Pacific Ocean,
Oh, God.
and then there's Australia.
All right.
hmm
What the
But
heck?
Scotland used to be under the control of the United Kingdom.
Oh, my God. I am on the verge of passing out.
Okay, we don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about
It's
it.
getting to be a lot. And
We don't
listen,
have to talk about it.
I teach up and down. I teach back and forth. I don't teach all that. So yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot for me.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Carla, we're coming to the end of the school year. Are you kids meeting their fitness goals or
Yes, I
what's
have actually just run the PACER test, and I had not one, not two, but 7 kids finish in a timely manner. That is out of 700 kids. So I am pretty
Oh.
happy, as you
Yeah.
can tell, because the rest, we did have to put, unfortunately, 693 kids in timeout.
Over the PACER test.
Well, yeah, you're not allowed to not finish in a timely manner.
Mm. And so when you say the PACER test, what is that?
You run, it beeps. You run again, it beeps. And then you run again and it beeps until
Oh,
the beeps
okay.
stop. And if you get tired, you got to sit down or you pass out. Those are 2
All
separate
right.
options. People do both.
Okay.
Yeah. You've never done, they don't have PACER in Australia.
No, not at all. I don't think.
Oh, God.
I never took too much to sports. They'll play like well, something we have in Australia that you guys don't really do over here is rugby.
Oh, yes, I have seen a game of rugby. It is so amazing how they run into each other and at other places, and they have a nice
hmm
ball as well. It's a very good spot. I should really take it up with the kids.
I'm surprised you don't.
Well, listen, there's a curriculum I got to stick to at some point. You know, it's not
Yeah.
just you come in and you decide whatever the day's going to be. That's kind of not really how it goes. So thank you.
Well, Carla, if there was anyone who would be a trailblazing educator, I would definitely think it's you. And you're with that, even without, rugby or whatever. But
Listen, I
yeah,
really appreciate that because
of
it's been a hard
course,
year.
Carla. Of course, I know
It's
you
been a
care.
really hard year.
Oh,
So I thank you. I
well,
thank you a lot.
well, what else? What else happened? Is there anything else that made it a hard year?
Well, I think I told you about my injury. It's a lot. I don't really
Yeah.
it's just too bad because I guess I'll tell you, but last year I was just doing my gym lead duties and
hmm
first day of school, coming down the left wing staircase, left
hmm
wing staircase, and what did I do? I tripped at the top of the staircase and I fell down and I broke my neck and all my fingers. Every single one.
Oh
It
my
hurts
goodness,
so bad.
Carla. Oh my goodness.
So I constantly every time I have to walk up and down the stairs, I just get a little bit just really nervous.
Mm.
And
It's like
I'm in a gym where there's so many stairs all the time and there's so many stairs.
oh, so you have post-traumatic stress disorder, you would say.
I don't particularly know what that is, but I probably do.
Of course, of course, of course.
I probably do.
Well, thank you for sharing about your accident to me. I'm glad you're doing better.
You're welcome.
Are you doing better physically, or like is it mostly a
I
mental
am
thing going
feeling
on?
No, I am feeling physically much better.
Hmm.
You know, I there are certain body parts of mine that, you know, like I said, I to a certain degree I'm immortal. So it really was just getting the cricket out of that neck there. And I had that
Mm,
brace on for a full year. And then I'll
right,
tell you,
right.
if you want to talk about a stench, let me talk to you about neck stench. Oh my God. Ben, you would have not believed it. Have you ever been injured critically?
Not critically, which
Oh,
is surprising
that's great
considering,
news.
yeah. So if you ever come to Australia, there are a lot of dangerous animals there.
Good.
We're kind of known for it. Um, but I was not a kid who liked to go outside a lot. So I didn't really run uh risk there. One time, this has actually happened recently. So one time I was out in the city and I was
Hmm.
out
Hmm.
with a couple friends just having a good time and drinks were flowing
Sure,
and
sure. You're young. You're
so
young.
some things were getting pissed around the dance floor, and so I'm young, like you just said, Carla. I want to partake,
Yes. Good for
and
you. Good for you. You're a good kid.
sometimes it's like I will be thinking I'm a linguini, and then I'm immortal or something.
No,
So I'll be
that's pretty hilarious because you're not and you never will be. That's pretty hilarious. Okay. Okay. I got you. Again, you speak my language.
exactly. So I'm running around, and I completely just fucking ate it, man. And I
Oh, brother.
fell and I like cricked my wrist, but
Oh, God.
it was fine.
That's just terrible.
Just did the rice method. You probably know all about that as a gym educator.
Oh, yeah. You stuck your leg in a bowl of rice.
So no, actually,
Oh, what'd you do?
it's the rest. So rice is an acronym. It stands for rest, ice, compress. Sorry, excuse me.
Don't throw up now.
Trying not to. Rest, ice,
Sure.
compress, and elevate.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
very nice. I think I got to post that somewhere, actually. Now that you
That's
say that,
good. That'd
it
be a
brings it
good thing to
back.
have in a gymnasium, I think.
Sure, sure. I got the Heimlich,
Exactly.
that one real big up on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that seems important as well. Thank you.
So, I have been injured before, but never critically. But that sounds pretty grisly to fall down the stairs.
Well, yeah, like I said, it was terrible. And so I guess like what the hell do you do on a daily basis?
Oh, well, thank you so much for asking, Carla.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
as I said, I'm now working for Sony Music here in the city. And I work in
Do they
A
make
and
anything I would know?
yeah, so there are actually a lot of music artists on our roster that you might know that we represent.
Sure.
Um, wow, let me just there's just so many people that I don't quite know who to
Did
even
they
start
did
with.
did they know any of the Rat Pack music?
The Rat Pack.
You know, Frank, Edka, Edka, Edka. Are you
Who's
familiar?
Itka? Itka. There are three people named Itka in the band.
No, I'm just saying, other more so forts.
I've never actually heard the name Itka before.
No, more in like a other else torts.
Other else taught? Carla, why are you laughing? This is not. I'm
I
trying
know
to.
it's not freaking funny. It's not freaking funny.
You have like narcolepsy, but instead of sleeping, it's laughing.
I can't explain it. Okay,
Um,
what?
yeah. Just to get back on our original topic, Sony
Sure.
Music represents such artists as Beyonce,
Okay.
Shakira,
He's a
Mariah
blowing past me.
Mariah Carey,
Oh, that girl I know. That girl I know. Rolling, rolling on a river. I love that girl. Oh my God. God bless her.
Carla.
God bless.
Well, yeah, God bless her. But Carla, I don't know how to tell you this, but Mar- you were singing a song called "Proud Mary."
That I'm very much aware of.
Uh-huh.
Thank
So,
you. Mary
but
by Mariah Carey.
and
How I remember.
and I, and I love that song. It's a good song, but I don't. It wasn't by Mariah Carey originally.
You're lying.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure if she's done like a cover of it or anything. It was actually a Tina Turner song.
Well, who the hell is that now?
Tina Turner, some call her the Queen of Rock and Roll. And she just recently, unfortunately, passed away.
Are you telling me this whole time Tina Turner made Proud Mary?
Uh-huh.
And all this time, Tina Turner is dead.
Well, not all this time, only in the past like week or so.
Oh my God. This is terrible. This is really terrible.
I'm
What
sorry,
are we
Carl. I
gonna
didn't mean to.
do? What are we gonna do?
Maybe do the linguinis now. I know the linguinis are immortal, but does anybody kind of uh what is it? Dabble in necromancy?
How many times do I have to freaking tell you when there are
Blood oath, blood
blood?
oath, blood
Oh,
oath. Yeah, yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
That was
Thank you.
well. I don't. You asked what we could do, and I was just
Okay, it's more
suggesting.
rhetorical. It's more
Okay,
rhetorical.
all right, all right,
Do you
all
know
right.
who rhetorical is? Since you're freaking, oh my God, you're freaking condescending. Anyway,
Carla.
who said that? Did you hear that too? I was wondering. It must have been one of my kids snuck
It
in.
was one of your
Or a
assistants,
raccoon.
yeah.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. I cannot lie. I cannot lie.
So they're speaking raccoons where you live?
Well, of course. They're my cousins, though. They're not just raccoons.
Oh.
They're related. They're in the family.
All
Long
right, all
story.
right.
Long story from a long time ago. Can't really explain it all.
Carla, I remembered a question I wanted to ask you.
All right, what's up?
With you and your family being immortal and all, have you ever seen the film Death Becomes Her?
No.
Oh my God, you should watch it.
What's it up with?
So it's about these two women who are these Hollywood actresses, and they're like obsessed with staying young and looking young and stuff. And so they find this kind of witch lady, but not like a kind of like witch, more like a like cool, sexy, seductive witch.
Okay.
Played by
I know some
Isabella
of those.
Rossellini.
Okay.
So it's Isabella Rossellini in this role, and she gives them like this potion kind of, and then they can kind of live forever.
Okay.
But it's
Okay.
funny that you say the thing about how you have to get the crick out of your neck, because they are immortal, but they start to kind of injure themselves and stuff, and they have to like fix it because their bodies don't like heal, but they still like live on and stuff.
Oh, I see where you're getting at. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you brought this up because I am
Mm-hmm.
personally dealing with actually one of my grandmothers
Mm-hmm.
on the 45th branch of linguini
All
that
right.
she I don't know how to say it. I really
Mm-hmm.
just don't. At this point, all of her organs are outside her body.
Oh
So
wow.
someone has to personally squeeze and move all the organs every single day.
No
And
way.
okay, yeah, it's true. There is a way, and it's my freaking grandfather. And I honestly feel bad for the guy because he's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to discuss all the in-law stuff, but he
Mm-hmm.
married in, and now he's um
Oh.
officially linguini because I don't know if but all husbands married in have to take the linguini name. That's not a blood oath; it's just an oath. So I'm
All
allowed to talk
right.
about it.
So then, and let me know if this is getting too into the blood oath, but does your grandfather who married into the family, does he then get inducted into the immortality kind of deal or
That's a great question. So, it actually happens automatically when you marry linguini,
oh wow.
and that, like I said, it's just part of the oath.
All right.
No blood drawn yet.
No blood.
Um,
But the covenant of marriage is even stronger
it
sometimes,
marries a,
right?
marriage means a lot to my family.
Exactly. Some
It gives you
traditional
that ticket.
values. Mm-hmm.
Yes, most. Are you big into marriage? I'm sure not.
Oh,
What?
uh, that was a little.
You
But
you seem very young and hip.
all right, all right. Yeah. No, I don't really see myself getting married right now. Um,
Okay.
but I'm actually into. Have you ever heard of polyamory?
No.
All right. So, Carla, are you married?
Well, not yet.
All right.
I don't like to talk about it. So it's very sensitive to me
All right,
because
all right, we don't have to.
yeah.
But so your grandmother, for instance, the one with all of her organs kind of existing outside of her body, right?
Yeah.
Um, so like her and your grandfather, they're each other's like husband wife. So they're in what's called like a monogamous relationship. So they're like only with each other, right?
Yes.
But
That's how the oath goes.
I'm more like, well, I have like so I do have like a partner right now. His name's Gerald.
Very nice.
But I also have Luke, who's someone I'm talking to. Uh and then there's Jerome, who it's starting to get past like the talking stage and starting to get into something more serious, but definitely not as serious as Luke. Um and then there's Cunningham. Oh my God, Cunningham. And then there's so basically, I don't have to air all my dirty laundry on the
Yeah, I'm getting a little
podcast,
confused here.
but basically, I'm kind of in like little relationships and entanglements with all of those people, as well as like et al, Etka, as you would say, Carla. Um,
Okay.
and that's why I asked earlier, like I've never heard the name Itka, but I didn't get to finish outside of the three guys I'm dating, whose name is Itka. Um, and
Oh
so
my God.
yeah, so that gets a little confusing when somebody texts me, but I have it down to a system now. But uh so that's a little bit more me. So
Now,
marriage isn't something I really see myself
I have
doing, you
to
know.
ask,
Mm-hmm.
do these people know about each other?
They do, they do. Well, it's kind of like Luke, Jerome, they Gerard, they know about like the other kind of entanglements I'm in. But if it's at least one of the Itkas doesn't know because things aren't like super serious. So he knows that we're not like exclusive, like we're not like together, but he doesn't know that like, there's all these other people really involved.
Okay, listen, I'm very happy for you, okay?
Thank you. Means a lot.
To have so many people who you cherish.
Mhm.
And I'm just speaking from a place of someone who has seen a lot, knows a lot of people, and gives
Mhm.
also really sage, great advice. You have
All
got
right.
to be careful of betrayal, feelings related to betrayal.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, when there are so many hands on your heart,
Mm-hmm.
you have just created a big target, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to freak you out. I don't want to freak you out for
No,
murder.
yeah. Oh, you think one of them's gonna murder me?
What does Lifetime TV say is the number one killer? Murder.
All right.
Yes.
And
Specifically,
Lifetime's an American television channel?
you better believe it. It's what gets streamed through all the TVs in the
Wait.
school.
Wait. Wendy Williams had a Lifetime biopic. Did you not see that?
Wendy, your husband.
No. Wendy is not my
Sorry, I'm
husband.
forgetting.
Wendy is the
I'm
talk
forgetting.
show host.
I'm getting
who
confused.
who you said died but did not actually die.
They're alive.
She is alive, yes.
What did you let me mourn for this whole time?
Well,
I've got things to do.
you didn't seem too bereaved. Not to.
Oh
I
my
know
God. Well, you can't always know everything, okay? That's going on someone's heart and
exactly.
head.
That's
So
my
come
fault.
on.
That's my bad. That's
Okay.
my bad.
Okay. Okay. I apology accepted.
I'll
Okay.
take that.
Okay.
But Wendy Williams had Wendy Williams the movie on Lifetime, and you might know it because I think it broke a record for most sexual assault scenes in a Lifetime movie.
Oh my God. You're kidding. That's a big
No,
one. That's a big
no,
one. That's a big award.
it's a huge record.
That's really nice. That's really
Um,
nice.
yeah, the Guinness Book of World
Okay.
Records.
I'll have to catch them. Maybe it's on in the AM. So when I sleep over tomorrow night, I'll check it out.
Oh, sleepover in the school.
Yes.
Exactly. Um, but yeah, getting back to my career.
Sure.
Since you asked me about that. So I work in A&R, which is like we go out and we find the new talent. We go and we find like the people who we think are going to be kind of the next big thing, and we
I
try
gotcha.
to get them kind of a working relationship with Sony as a record label. And so then when they start their kind of recording career, we can talk to them. We can start to kind of represent them and help them grow themselves as artists.
That's very nice.
Hmm.
ANR.
Mm-hmm.
What does that stand for? Advanced retrieval.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty
Okay, I
sure.
see. I see. That's kind of what I do when I pick my captains of gym class. I go out
Oh.
and I seek out the most advanced
Mm-hmm.
people and I retrieve them
All right.
to be captain.
Okay. So is this in a given class or is it just
Every class has a captain, and
all
mostly
right?
they're in charge of keeping the other kids physically in line when I do attendance, on the line of the gym floor.
Oh, those lines kind of painted behind you there.
Yeah, you can see one right there. There's another one right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's another there.
Mm-hmm.
There's one behind that one even. There's
Mm-hmm.
one going left and right across,
Exactly.
as you can see clearly.
All right. So, Carla, can I ask what is your favorite activity, sport to do with your kids?
Oh my God. Every April, I get to do my favorite lesson built into the curriculum. It's true. It's line dancing.
Oh, wow.
And I teach each class a 30-second line dance. And at the end of April, we perform it for our 90-year-old principal.
Oh.
And every year she claps one clap and we put her to bed.
When you say bed, um,
Well, her desk is now a bed
oh,
because she can't sit in a chair.
why wouldn't she retire?
Are you going to be the one who's. Are you going to be. I'm laughing because are you going to be the one to stop a 90-year-old woman from doing what she is truly passionate about? And that is laying in bed at the school. And every April, going to see a line dancing show.
Yeah, I guess who might have stopped something like that?
I'm not. Personally, I'm not. Yeah. Do you
Oh,
know any old people?
um, well, my nan and my pa on both sides are dead now, so I did
Oh.
know some old people. I guess I should. Guess I can bring up Richard. Um,
Now who's that now?
Richard is an older gentleman, maybe a little bit older than you, Carla.
Okay.
That he kind of how should I put it? Helps me monetarily. Hmm.
I see.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
mm-hmm.
He's your father.
No, my dad is back in Adelaide. I talk to my dad a lot, but Richard is not my dad, no.
Oh, he's your good friend.
Yeah,
A
you could
mentor
say
of
that.
sorts.
Yes, a mentor. That's a really good word for it. Yeah, and
Nice.
he is, nice enough to, if I ever need money,
To send it your way.
Carla, I'm sure living in New York is expensive.
Oh my God.
And so
Believe it.
so if I'm ever, struggling to make some rent meet, if I ever see like a new Givenchy bag and want to, take it to work or whatever, I kind of talk to Richard and then he'll kind of help me to get those things, but it does come at like a price to me, I guess you could say. It's a sort of it's a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours situation, if you know what I mean.
What don't I know about that with my staff?
Exactly.
They can call me anytime and they can say, hey, move this piece of gym equipment, move the bleachers. They can call me and they say, I just found throw up in the back of the gym cart. What am I supposed to do? And I'll come and I'll help them. So that
Mhm.
sounds like pretty much exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty
Um
nice.
so Richard's not like geriatric or anything. But
He's not
he
like
is.
my family or anything. Okay.
No,
I
he's not in the
gotcha.
not in the
I
basement
gotcha.
quite yet. Let's
I
just put it
gotcha.
that way.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's
But
pretty good.
he is a little bit older, so
Okay. Very
um
nice.
yeah, but Carla, I think we've done a good job kind of catching up, letting everybody know kind of what's going on with us. And
This was
so
great.
yeah, I believe if Quinn and
Wow.
Becca were here, they would throw to what's called a break. Just to like
Where?
not your bones, Carla, not your bones, don't worry.
Okay.
But like
Okay.
when you might not do this because your gym curriculum sounds a little strenuous, but when your kids are, playing a game, maybe let's say volleyball, do you know the game volleyball?
Yes.
When
Thank you.
they're in the between sets and they take like a little break.
That'll be called a timeout.
All right. All right. So we're taking a timeout real quick and then we'll be back
Okay. There you
to
go. Speaking my language.
exactly. My bad again.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah. So Carla and I will be right back to get into the rest of the podcast.
Okay, bye for now.
Boo!
Guys, I'm scared. Hello, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Carla, so now we're back. We had a little conversation off mic, me and Carla, gabbing as the girls do.
Sure, yeah.
So Carla, at this point in the program, Becca and Quinn would usually do their segments. So they have like special things they do each week on the podcast. And
Okay.
Quinn sent me a little text. I did mark his address as spam, so I have to go in my folder to get that.
All
Here it is.
right.
So Quinn writes, the manic pixie moment is a moment where you felt like you were basically the main character, next level bed bitch vibes, like Kate Chastain on seasons 2 through 7 of Below Deck. Do you know what Below Deck is?
No.
Okay, all right. And then there's the jump scare. Oh, the jump scare goes fast. All right. And the jump scare is a time in the week where we felt incredibly afraid, but also maybe something that kind of annoyed us. Seems a little bit
Okay.
nebulous for topic. Um, kind of like when Hannah Faria on Below Deck Mediterranean had the Valium and who are these people he's referring to?
You're losing me. You're losing me again. This is
Losing
very
me
long.
too. All right,
It's
all
a
right, all
lot
right.
there. It's
All
a
right.
lot.
I'm going to cut through the noise. I work in the entertainment industry. All right. So, jump scare of the week. Carla, can you tell me about a time in the past week or, recently that you were like scared?
Oh my God. I sure can.
Does much
Um,
scare you being immortal or
Honestly, yes, because
all right.
even though there is a supreme ending for me, in that I will live happy forever in the basement,
All right.
um, there is, of course, very human suffering that I do face every day of my life.
Oh.
But I would say what scared me this week is I do work at a school who
All
has
right.
some problems managing money.
Oh.
And I don't want to point fingers, but my main finger pointed would be to the director of administration and financing,
Mm.
that person.
All right.
Because, well, I just got to tell you bluntly, I had to play gym in the dark 2 days out of the
Oh
week.
no. Oh no.
And as you may remember, I also sleep here.
Oh.
And it's a little hard to shower and also
Mm-hmm.
wash your hands and also microwave your lean cuisines
All
when
right.
the power is out.
Yeah. Oh
And
my
it's a
goodness,
little hard to clean
Carla.
the pool.
You guys have a pool?
Well, yeah,
Oh wow.
but it's usually only filled a quarter of the way with water. A little
Oh,
difficult to
because of
swim.
the
The money.
yeah, exactly.
No one wants to pay for a nice, fresh pool.
See, and that's why I keep my friend Richard around because he kind of, if we can make an analogy, it's like I'm the school
And
sometimes.
I guess it's a good time to ask, is Richard at all interested in making a donation to a certain pool?
Well, a certain pool, yeah. The pools like me or he's not super big on kids.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Well, I don't want to embarrass anybody.
if I
But
told him it was for a middle school, he'd probably just scoff at me.
he seems like a real stand-up guy then, doesn't he?
You don't know the half of it,
Okay.
Carla.
Oh my God. All right. So what do I do? What did you get scared? Are you scared?
I guess I did get scared this week because this was really scary. So there's this girl who I work with. Her name is Jezebel.
Oh,
That's what she goes by.
oh my God.
And she's kind of my workplace bestie because like, right, she's usually the best dressed one, other than me, of course. Um,
Mhm.
but she's
Okay.
always wearing some really nice like styling, like some really good designer pieces. Like she was wearing this sort of like vintage Valentino type thing to work last week. And stuff that sometimes I'm like, I don't even know where you got that. Like, and that's how I know it's good. Like if I'm questioning how you got it, I'm really starting to be impressed, right?
Okay. It means something.
Exactly. And then she came in. Oh, I can't even say it.
She stunk.
No, she smelled quite good. She always smells quite good.
Oh,
She wears Yves Saint Laurent. It's called Carcass. I'm not sure if you know about it. Like, you probably wouldn't know a lot, but it's what they call like a dead body.
I
Um,
know all about that.
all right, and I'm not going to ask because I think it has to do with a certain thing I'm not supposed to ask about.
You're starting to
Um,
catch on. I knew I liked you.
exactly,
I did. I did.
exactly.
Right.
So anyway, she was wearing. I don't know
Hey,
how to
don't
get.
get choked
I
up.
don't know how to work it out.
Hey, don't worry.
The
Come on.
the Lululemon everywhere belt bag.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the bag?
Can't say I am.
Oh my
Is
goodness,
it
Carla. Good for you.
it's a bag like from a store bag?
Carla, you remember the 90s though, right?
Yes.
So remember how people used to wear like crossbody bags? They used to be a little bit more in style.
Yes, I used to have one for athletic purposes.
I'm sure you were gym teaching in the 90s, probably. That was probably the start of your career, right?
Yeah, you would be about right.
hmm And so that's great for you, Carla. But now so the kind of crossbody bags have come back into style, and some of them are nice, and like I feel like you could get a nice one. But the Lululemon ones are just so like everybody has them. It's like if all your kids wore the same pair of sneakers and like all talked about it together
Oh,
in class, and like they were all like, "Oh,
God.
we're so cool for wearing these sneakers."
That's really boring.
But if the sneakers were actually ugly, so that part of
I
it
don't like
too.
that. Yeah, I don't like that.
Exactly. So Jezebel, I don't think she can be my work friend anymore because now it's like a taste level kind of concern I'm having about her.
Right. That's just too bad.
hmm
It's
So,
just too bad.
but anyway, all right. So we did that segment, and so Carla. Now we go to the next one, which is the manic pixie moment. I do know a little bit more about this one because I do like a little bit of films myself. Have you ever heard of a manic pixie dream girl?
No.
All right, all right. Have you ever seen something like Eternal Sunshine on the Spotless Mind?
I have no even idea even what all those words are.
500 Days of Summer?
I wish, dude.
Sure you do as an educator.
Yes. Oh
Um,
my God.
but there's basically just this archetype in film that's like the manic pixie dream girl. It's just this girl who's kind of like ditzy, but also like smart, and she just makes all these like interesting decisions. But it's basically like she's the main character of the story, right?
Sounds a lot like me, to be honest.
I would
Oh
I
my
would say
God.
so, Carla. And so
Okay.
was so was there a moment in the last week or so where you felt particularly like the main character, like that girl who's kind of like, at the top of the world or whatever?
Oh my God. Did I? Um, yes, actually. Okay. Um, Something very sweet, being a teacher,
Mhm.
every once in a while you will receive gifts from students, maybe like so and so forth as an apple, a nice cookie, um, a note. I love a handwritten note. And actually in my office the other day there was a note left. It was really very sweet. And it was just a big white paper right on my office, and it said like it was like letters were cut out of a magazine, and it was like just pasted on there, and it said thinking of you, you're next. It was very sweet. It's very sweet. And I'm laughing because I think I know who did it actually. The student was a little bit nervous whenever they saw me read it. So, I could tell, oh, that kid's thinking of me. And I'm next. For what? I don't know. It's very exciting to me. Probably a hug or a kiss even. So it's very exciting. On the cheek.
Oh, all right, all right. You read my mind, Carla. That must be part of the linguini blood oaths or whatever.
Yes.
So my only thing, right? That's a really good, really great. You're grasping the sort of
I felt
uh
like I did. I knew the sign. I
yeah,
could
you know the
understand it.
assignment,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. But my only note is that usually I've seen, as I just talked about, I've seen a lot of films, and usually when the letters are cut out of a magazine, that means that there's someone kind of like insidious or despicable kind of coming for you.
Uh, I don't understand because it said thinking of you, you're next. You know, I don't. Oh, okay. Okay.
It could be like next to get like.
Oh my God. And I've watched so many Lifetime movies. I can't believe I didn't see it
Oh
coming.
my goodness, Carla, how'd you? I won't judge. I won't judge actually.
Well, nevertheless, it is nice to be thought about. So, my answer is
Exactly,
as stands. I
exactly.
will not change my answer. I will not change my answer. Okay. Have you ever felt what? How do you say? Main character episiotomy. What did you say? Very thrilled.
Ex-
Many Kenny J.
manic, manic pixie moment. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
All
Okay.
right. So mine actually has to do. I have some friends. There are two guys named Scott. And then one guy named Trevor, and then one guy named Marco, and we all go together out to a little karaoke spot in Brooklyn, and we do
Okay.
karaoke every week, and it's kind of like it's like karaoke, but it's kind of high stakes. Everybody's doing like karaoke at the same time, like at like the front of the auditorium. So you got to give it like performance. And part of the reason I got into music, right, is because I used to make my own music, but people weren't really responding to it. And
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah, but I've always had a good ear for it. And so I wanted to still get into it, still make it a part of my life, but maybe not make performing a part of my life. So when I get to go to karaoke, it's like it's quite thrilling actually, because it's like I get to like do something I really want to do. And so it's actually funny you brought up that thing of like where you have to know who to trust and who to look at for as like a murderer, right? Because I think the
Yes.
song that I picked out really represented that. It's called "My Head and My Heart" by Eva Max.
Okay.
Have you ever
Are you
heard?
shocked? No, I haven't. Are you
Uh,
shocked?
I
Oh
I
my
am,
God.
Carla. Ava Max is main pop girly status to me.
Okay. So what? She is worried about being murdered.
Maybe if I no, maybe if I sang it for you, you would know what it is.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I turn in circles and and then it kind of goes like that for the first kind of part, and then it goes, my friend, my heart, won't you release me? Will never come back. Oh,
I have never been so thrilled with someone's talent in my life. Now that is a moving voice. I would love to hear you cover Rolling on the River. Oh my God. You have some real talent there, fella.
I'm thinking down in the city. I'll just give you
Oh
that for
my
now.
goodness gracious.
But yeah,
Wow.
it's so interesting. Thank you, first of all, thank you, Alex. It's like
I think you
hard.
deserve a lot.
No, it's
I
hard
think
to
you
believe
deserve
in
a lot.
yourself sometimes when people are just so like slamming the door in your face all the time. But I did feel embraced by you in this moment, and I also felt really embraced by the crowd that night. Because you said you were like, you have a moving voice, and I was
I
like,
did find it moving.
and when I was up there performing for everyone, people were moving. They got up. Some of them, a lot of them actually, like a big number, left the room.
Very moving.
Yeah, they were like, we can't even. And I took that as like, we can't be in the room with this amazing talent. Like, get out in the streets, start
Certainly.
sharing your gifts.
Certainly.
And so it was a really nice kind of affirming night. I'm in a space where I feel good right now. I'm really doing a good thing of like A&R and stuff. I discovered this girl. I don't know if you've heard of her, but her name is Ice Spice.
I know her.
Oh, really?
Old student of mine.
Oh, see,
Believe it or not.
exactly.
I'm very proud of her.
But
Very proud.
I actually I saw her doing a house show in Bronx. In the Bronx, I was on assignment, and I said, "Oh my God, this girl has something." And so we've been working
It's really
to kind
lovely.
of develop her and stuff, and so it's kind of the main feather in my cap right now. So
Wow,
I think
that's
I'm
really
doing
lovely.
yeah, I'm
Oh
doing
my
a really
God.
good job in my current line of work, and so it doesn't really need to be like this whole like I don't need to quit my job or anything to become an artist or something like that. So I don't know, but it's nice because I'm like feeling contented, and you grow and you change, and you grew your dreams, if you're lucky enough, kind of grow and change with you, and so I was just really happy that was kind of the case.
That's very nice. But like I said, can I send you a list of songs that you can sing for me so I can listen to your voice as I drift
Of course, of
to
course.
bed in the bleachers?
Of course.
That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but Carla, I think that brings us to the end
Thank God.
of the Carla.
Oh,
I'm actually having a
sorry.
really great time talking to you.
No, it's very nice. No, it's very nice to catch up with you. I just, yeah, it's an early morning tomorrow.
Exactly. So we're trying to get Carla out of the studio. Carla, you don't know what TikTok is. You seemed a little reticent when I talked about Twitter. Do you have any social media platforms that you'd like to plug?
My social media platform is the top of that bleacher right behind me there. I stand
Oh.
on there. It's a platform, and I socially talk about all media I despise except for Lifetime films.
All right. Are there any
So,
Lifetime films you don't like?
I don't like this one called Where'd She Go? Because it remains unsolved.
Oh, and you need an end to the story, right?
I don't know where she went. It's very bothersome. And I'll spend my whole life, a long time, thinking about that.
Have you ever seen Gone Girl?
Yes, I have. They have played it on the network. Very nice.
You probably like that
Very
movie because you know
nice.
exactly where she went.
I know where she went. I know what she did. I know why she came back. Spoiler. What?
What's the spoiler?
She came back.
Oh, all right. I thought you were about to say like spoiler. She's crazy.
No, you act like you haven't seen the movie. You're crazy. All right. What? Do you have platforms you wanted to? I'm sure you do because you're very much in the business and you're very much trying to always know what's going on. So, okay, what?
Yes. So I'm at Ben everywhere on social media. Sony's been working hard to secure that for me. And so yeah, you can follow at Ben on any social media, and that is definitely my account that you'll find under there. And then Quinn, last thing in this long ass email he sent me, God. Is he said you can follow the show that we're producing right now at Manic Pixie Jump Scare on both Instagram and your favorite social media, Carla, TikTok.
Okay, funny joke. Very good.
I thought it was a good
Nice.
joke. I thought it was a good joke.
Nice. That is good. I have to congratulate you on that one.
Of course. And
Good.
apparently they also ask people to write in to an email, manicpcjumpscare@gmail.com. If you want to talk to Quinn and Becca, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not very nice. I'm trying to be nice on someone else's platform. But yeah, Carla. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of sad.
Hey,
Time
not
to get
too
this coming
bad,
to an
right?
end.
Not too bad.
So, should we come up with like a little sign off? Do you want to say anything to the crowd before we say goodbye?
Oh my God. If I were to do anything, I would do this. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. Hey, maybe we don't sound too bad together. We kind of have some harmony going on, if I don't say
we should
so
take this on the
myself.
road.
This is pretty nice. Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
maybe we have to
All
stay
right.
on the call after this, but
Mhm.
we'll see. Quinn and Becca will be back next week for their 1 year anniversary special. So until then, make sure to
Wow.
tune in. But most importantly, you're going to want to follow Ben on all platforms. So I really need the engagement from this lovely audience that I'm speaking to right now.
That's great. That's great.
All right, Carla, so nice talking to you today.
You too, Ben. I'll keep up, okay? I'll keep
All
up with
right,
you.
all right.
All right. See you.
How would I keep up with you if you... Do you have a phone or...
I told you my staff, they'll figure it out. They
All
all have the
right.
media,
All
so
right, all
you
right,
know,
all right.
I'll reach you in some way.
Of
In some
course.
way. Just trust it.
Of course, yeah.
Of course.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Bye now.
Manic Pixie Jump Scare is hosted by Quinn Murphy
And Becca Hobart. Executive produced by Quinn Murphy and Becca Hobart.
Sound and video editing by Quinn Murphy.
Social media management and highlights by Becca Hobart.
And our theme song was written by Quinn Murphy, Becca Hobart, and Nandita Mahesh.